Vasyl Lomachenko and Davis have faced, in addition to Teddy Atlas, a well-known boxing instructor, enthusiastically supporting a title unification fight between the two before their fight. On the most recent edition of his YouTube show, Atlas discussed the Tank against LMA clash. Everyone will tell you that what matters to them is their skill sets. What matters to you is their hand speed. What matters is how well they both punch their bodies. What matters is how well they can make a guy miss the counter. What matters to you is all of that. What matters to me is who breaks whose will. Yes, I know that's what that fight and most great fights ultimately come down to. However, this fight, particularly with their skill, sets their mentalities, their styles, and their breakable will. The 67-year-old is certain that it would be best to hold the bout in the lightweight division. According to recent reports, Atlas may not have to wait long for it to occur. Bob Arum, Leno's promoter, has declared that the fight's discussions are now under progress. Atlas emphasized that it is extremely confident that the Tank vs. LMA Showdown would attract a sizable crowd, and that it is a spectacle. Atlas mentioned that it was going to be something worth watching. He predicted that people would tune into the fight in large numbers, and added that he believed it would also get him to tune and be something to watch it, to where people are going to be really tuning in when that fight. I believe it will get made, but if it does get made, they'll be tuning in two southpaws again, just two guys that at the end of the day I'm watching it to see. And if it had been an Lomachenko was 31 instead of 36, this is what, and I'll still be looking for it, but this is what I was looking to see. Everyone's going to say you're looking to see their skill sets, you're looking to see, their hand speed, you're looking to see the body punching they both do tremendously, you're looking to see the ability to make a guy miss, the ability to counter, you're looking to see all of that. I'm looking to see who breaks whose will. Yeah, I said it, that's what it for me, that's what that fight, and most top fights come down to that. But that's what this fight, specifically with their skill, sets their styles, their mentalities, who can be broken. In assessing the caliber of opponents Tank has faced throughout recent years, it becomes evident that he stands as a formidable contender for a title unification bout. Nonetheless, achieving victory will pose a formidable challenge given the exceptional current form of his adversaries. In the 8th round, Davis decisively defeated his long-standing opponent, Frank Martin. Notably, even the fearsome, the previous year, Lomachenko recorded 3 losses in his professional boxing record, 2 of which came in his last 6 bouts, while Ryan Garcia was defeated by the fierceness of Davis's blows and suffered his first defeat as a professional fighter. A major event in his career occurred in May 2023 when he lost to Devin Haney, the current WC super lightweight champion. The forthcoming clash promises to be exciting as it features 2 world champions. However, a review of their records and their present forms, boxing commentators might be swayed to support Davis over Leno in this fight, because there was no one better at what Leno did. But then Tank Davis comes along, and he starts to develop, and he is superb. But he is superb with power, but with everything else too, with the technique, with making you miss, with being up to press you, with being able to counterpunch, with his IQ, all the things that Leno, brings to forefront. He has to with the vision, with seeing everything, X-ray vision, seeing all the openings, knowing when to throw, knowing what punch to throw. Man, I wish the fight was for Lomano. At least he was a little younger. But that fight is going to happen, because they're both with the same, because it's just that it's a fight now that I think Vasyl Lomachenko and Davis are well-known stars in the boxing world. Their recent victories have stoked intense interest in a long-awaited matchup between them, which is now expected to take place before the end of the year. Pending the length of the negotiations, the WBA and IBF lightweight championship negotiations between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko have resumed. According to a post made by Michael Benson on X, Bob Arum has revealed that talks to unify the world titles are still underway, following Tank's victory against Frank Martin. In a previous interview, Arum discussed his thoughts on Shakur Stevenson being a potential opponent for the Matrix in the future. Despite the promotions, the chief highlighted that the clash between Lomachenko and Davis would be more profitable at the box office. Gervonta, Arum said, "While Davis is a very skilled and powerful young fighter who wasn't fighting a tomato, we're willing to take on Lomachenko in that match. When we sit down, we'll determine whether it's possible, but Lomachenko would want to take on Davis in that match." In his most recent boxing match on June 15th, Shakur would make less money from a fight with Davis since Davis has established himself as a successful box office operator. While Lomachenko's most recent fight was in May 2024, when he won the vacant IBF lightweight title by defeating George Kambosos Jr. via an 11th round TKO. Davis defeated Frank Martin via 8th round knockout to successfully retain his WBA lightweight championship. Previous reports had suggested that a victory over Martin could pave the way for a matchup with Vasyl Lomachenko. Following his victorious bout against Martin Tank, Davis fearlessly stated his readiness to take on any challenger. He further clarified during his post-fight press conference that he is ready to face elite competitors without reservations. When asked to forecast the outcome of a possible match between himself and Lomachenko, the Baltimore-born KO artist responded with his predictions. "It's whooping time, man, whooping Chen, you know what I mean." Though he is 36 years old, Davis has reclaimed his title as the world's best boxer, solidifying his status as one of the sport's most captivating stars. Despite his advanced age, the Ukrainian has shown remarkable form in his last 5 bouts, culminating in a decisive stoppage win against former unified champion George Kambosos Jr. Robert Merriweather AI. Davis' sparring partner expressed mild alarm about that performance in relation to a potential matchup between Davis and Lomachenko. Tank faces a much tougher battle against LMA, who is a skilled fighter. Since Tank still takes off the first few rounds to gauge his opponent, but LA does the same exact thing, I think this fight will last a little longer than Frank Martin's. Davis has always treated his opponents seriously, but Martin didn't impress him until the night of the fight. Davis and his team appear to be confident that Lomachenko lives up to the hype. Marcos leaves the battle. Robert Garcia, a boxing instructor and former champion, was recently interviewed by Hub TV to get his thoughts on the next fight. While Vasyl Lomachenko won the IBF championship by stopping George Kambosos Jr., proving his durability, Gervonta Davis is the WBA lightweight champion. However, Robert Garcia believes that Lomachenko's advanced